Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of TekTopia UnderGround. My name is Slick and this is a series where we're playing FTB Presents StoneBlock 2, loaded with Tango Tek's TekTopia mod. Last episode we worked on this wonderful little refined storage system here, and as you can see in between episodes I expanded it a little bit, so we've got plenty more storage space down here, and I also added a few crafters up top for auto crafting. These things are pretty cool because they allow you to automatically make items or tell the system to make items for you. So let me show you a little bit about how they work. So you plug in recipes, which I'll show you where you make those, but you make these recipes, plug them in up top, and they each hold however many that is, 9 recipes up top. And then if you come into your storage, you can see down here, the item is shown here, but it says craft at the bottom. That means I don't have any on hand, but if I wanted one, I could just click on it and click however many I want and say start, and this will look through all of my inventory and see how many items I have, and if I have enough I can just click start and it'll just make it for me. If I don't, then it'll tell me what's missing, so that's pretty cool. And then if you set a crafter on top of another machine, like in this case I've got this one pointing at this ultimate furnace, then you can set processes. So like this tells it that it inputs a sand and you output a glass. So if I need glass, this will automatically put sand into this ultimate furnace and make glass, and all of these other recipes that I've got here. So it's pretty cool. The way you make those recipes is you come over to this pattern grid, and you can see this is where I made the glass in the first place. But you find these blank patterns and then you pick something that you want to learn how to make. Like for example, if I wanted to make, let's see, graphite bars, or where'd the graphite, there we go, graphite bars. You select processing, graphite bars, and you pick the recipe here. So if I wanted to make coal into graphite bars, I could just click move items, it'll load the recipe, and I create it and it'll give me the pattern. So yeah, that is pretty sweet. So I got some of that set up so that way eventually here in the near future we can start moving all of these items out from these drawers into this system and have ready access to automatically make very pain in the butt things. So that's what I worked on, and I'll keep expanding this and I'll show you as I expand more. But for today, what we need to work on is we're gonna play with some chickens today. I also played with some chickens in between episodes a little bit, and I'll show you what I've gotten so far. Not very many. And I've not actually played with roosts before. I have played with the hatchery chicken mod, but this is the first time ever using roost. So it seems pretty cool so far. So let's talk about chickens. The way you start with chickens is you get eggs. And like for example, these ink black chicken eggs that I've got here hatching, you make those by putting an egg and surrounding it in a crafting table with ink, and it turns into an ink black chicken egg. And when this guy hatches, which you can see is at 44% up there at the top, when he hatches I'll have a chicken that instead of laying eggs will lay ink, which is very weird and interesting. But so there's a whole bunch of different kinds, and you can make a certain amount. Let's look at them here. You can make a certain amount on your own, all of these. So any of the dye colors, you can make a log chicken, or a flint chicken, or bone meal chicken, but then the rest you have to breed them together. So like to get this nickel chicken, I have to take a bone white chicken and a cactus green chicken and breed them together, and they have a chance of making a nickel chicken. So yeah, there's a whole lot of chickens. If we go through this quest book, it'll show us the ones that we actually need to make for the quest chain. I don't believe this is all of the ones that are available. Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot more than these. And you can see the ones I've made so far that I've claimed or have exclamation points over. But the main focus for today is to get one of these redstone chickens. That's the main focus, because I ran into some redstone shortages and my sieving operation over there just isn't keeping up. So in order to get a redstone chicken, you need to mix a sand chicken with a red chicken. And the cool thing about these guys is that they have stats. If you look at the top, it says sand chicken. Underneath it says 10, 10, 10. So if we look at this guy, it's growth, gain, and strength. Those are the 3 stats. So we look in here, it will tell you what the stats mean. So if you look over here, growth decreases the amount of time it takes to breed, so you can breed them faster. Strength increases how much materials you get every time they lay an egg. And gain. Oh, gain is how fast it takes them to lay materials, so that's pretty cool. So you want to have the highest stats you can. So I'm breeding up. The way you breed them up is you breed. Let's just do it real fast. So you put in that guy, and let's grab this guy because he's 10 also. So you put him in this chicken breeder, and you just put in some seeds, and they start breeding. And you can see this number goes up, and when it gets to 100%, you get another chicken. And if you breed 2 of the same kind, then they increase their stats every time. So you'll get growth 2, 2, you know, stats would be 2, 2, 2, and 3, 3, 3, and you just keep breeding them together until you get max stats. Yeah, so that's what we're doing here. Like you can see, I've got an iron chicken with growth, gain, and strength of 3. This guy is 1, 1, and 1, and we've gotten a 3, 2, and a 3. So I'm gonna actually swap that guy out. That way I've got higher stats, so I've got an increased chance of getting an even higher stat. And then this guy will breed faster, and then, you know, we'll just get rid of that guy because we don't need to have a bunch. Yeah, see, in this case, we got another log chicken. So we've got to go through, and I prefer to have max stats because, you know, if we're going to have the chicken taking up space, we want them to be maximized anyway. So let's get to breeding some of these chickens together. All right, so while those chickens are breeding up, I wanted to take the time. We've got some green shirts walking around, and I wanted to take a chance to get them jobified. And yeah, if you look here, I've got my little Emerald Town Hall marker rotated, and what that does is that prevents necromancers from spawning. They'll only spawn if it's normal. So if you rotate it, it keeps them from spawning. So until we get some guards, I just feel like it's better to not let them spawn just yet. So let's see, I grabbed some emeralds. Stop moving. And let's get some professions. We've got 3 green coats. And I want to get 2 ranchers and another farmer. Let's go that route. And then along with the ranchers, we're going to need some pens. So let's get our sheep pen, pig pen. There's our cow. And a chicken. Where's our chicken? There he is. There we go. And yeah, I just grabbed these emeralds out of our system down below. You know, after reading those comments, after we talked about it a couple episodes back, you know, I just feel like it's the best thing to do there. So let's grab some of these. Jacob's Own, you're a farmer. I saw another guy go off this way. Oh, we already have a rancher. That's all right, we need more. Semmelzalos, you're a rancher. And our last one, Admin Soul, you are also a rancher. There we go. So now one thing I want to do before I turn these guys loose, do not milk the cows, and you can shear the sheep. And let's do the same thing with you, except we won't let you shear sheep. So one guy can be shearing sheep, nobody else. I guess this is the chest to be in. So since we set him to shear sheep, let's grab some shears for him real fast, and then we will check on our chickens. So in case you didn't know, if you make your own items and put them in the storage for your villagers to use, you can do that. They will use them, but they suffer severely restricted durability. And let's grab some item frames to put these pen tokens up real fast. And that goes with food. It goes with any gear that you give them. They have severely restricted durability. So they burn through them pretty fast, but that's all right because the only reason I even want him getting any wool is so we can make some more beds. Let's come in here and set these up. That's a chicken. There's that. Where's our gate here? There it is. Here's the pig pen. Here is the cow pen. And last but not least is our sheep pen. There's our gate. There's our sheep pen. So yeah, now we are good to go, and those ranchers will have something to do. So let's go check on our chickens. Alright, so these are our breeders here, and if you look at this one, it's got an exclamation point. That lets us know that they finished breeding and there's something wrong, and in this case they're out of seeds. So we'll give them some seeds, And so from no stats, these are 1/1/1s, we got a 2/3/2. So we're just gonna swap out one of those and let them go. And as they keep breeding, their stats will get higher and higher. Well, we've had a little bit of a change of plans. In the course of breeding up a couple of new varieties, like this gunpowder chicken, bred from sand and flint. Previously, my experience with these chickens is that if you start with chickens that have max scores 10, 10, 10, then when you breed them together, your new breed will still have significantly high scores. They're not always 10, 10, 10, but they'll usually be, 8s and 7s. But apparently, we get started back at 1/1/1. So that being the case, I don't really see a need to keep breeding up these types that I don't have any interest in having massive amounts of items from. Coal I'll probably still do because it's always a good idea to have massive amounts of coal. But like lapis, I don't think I need max growth and gain on lapis. So the only benefit to having higher stats is that they breed faster to get your new type. But I don't necessarily think that's worth breeding lapis all the way up to the top. So like for example, I'm just going to keep this guy right here and we'll get rid of the others. I don't see a need to have that. So I went ahead and made some nether quartz chickens, which these I definitely want max stats on, so we'll do that. And you can see I'm getting a lot going here. Ink, I think that's probably good for ink, so I'll probably just take these guys and chuck those two out and keep that one. The same deal with purple. Like I don't need massive amounts of purple dye. Red, same deal. We'll keep that guy and get rid of these guys. We'll let him finish his breeding cycle and then we'll get rid of him. Yellow, yeah. We can get rid of all of these guys over here. All of those. And hopefully I don't regret that. Let's just double check. I've got a yellow, yep, purple here, yep, red here, yep, all right. Yeah, hopefully I don't come to regret that later, but I don't think I will. So on the front side of this panel here, let's plunk these guys down. On this front side is all of the ones that I'm keeping as is. The ones back here I've got set aside for, I will need to breed them later. So these are future breeding chickens, and these guys are going to be final product chickens until I get better. So I also got a glowstone chicken, and I'm breeding him with this yellow chicken in hopes of getting another glowstone chicken so I can start breeding the glowstone chicken up, because I would like massive amounts of glowstone, I'm sure. Nether quartz, let's see where else we are. Yeah, see, so we've got variety of stats here. We got a 1098 and a 999. So we'll get rid of both of those guys and plug both of those guys in and let them breed. And you see how much faster this is going. It's incredibly fast. So one thing I learned about it is that if you have two of the same type of chicken, then they will always go faster than two different types. Having two different types makes it go much slower. But like same deal here. I'm trying to get another gunpowder chicken so I can breed him up. But really, I don't know that that's even important to me because I think I've got plenty of gunpowder. Yeah, so let's see what we can use this guy for. If we click on U for uses, come over to breeding chickens. So if I mix gunpowder and snowball, I get water. Gunpowder and flint, I get sulfur. I can't imagine why I'd need a sulfur chicken unless you breed him with something. Saltpeter, blitz rod. Yeah, I might need that. So yeah, so we'll make... I'm going to want one of every chicken anyway, because that's how I am. So let's... Was that... Oh, I was already going for a sulfur chicken and I pulled him out. Oops. Well, we'll let that long clock start over again. And I will catch up with you as soon as I've got some more progress made. So one thing to keep in mind when you're breeding massive amounts of chickens is that you need a ton of seeds. And my farmers aren't producing nearly enough up top. So if you come in here, I'll show you my little wheat storage room. So I've got this ground laid with fertilized dirt, which is dirt mixed with chicken poop. And I've got this farming station, which I'm sure you guys have seen, and I think I showed it off in my other series. And this farming station has an unbreakable paper matic in it that is pushing all the items it collects into this drawer controller. So I've just got wheat and seeds. So I've got now massive amounts of wheat and seeds. So That's how I'm keeping stocked up here. And let's take a look at our progress thus far. Let's see, so we've gotten a 10-10-10 chicken, and now we've got a 10-10-10 iron chicken. Now we've got 2 of them. So I'm gonna get rid of this guy, the 10-10-9, and now I've got 2 10-10-10s. So I wonder if I put them, I can put them both in here. I wonder if they will both produce. Let's see. Alright, so I got 3 iron ingots out of the 2 of them in there. I don't know if that's how much one would put out or not. But I also meant to show you, I've got this roost collector here. And this seems to work a lot like a drawer controller. It seems to be linked to all of the roosts that I've got here with all the chickens in it. Pulls all of the items in and stores them inside. And then from here you can pipe them out, you know, into whatever storage system you choose, which I probably need to get set up soon. Let's check on these guys. 454, 454. Yeah, so we'll take that guy. And now let's see. I don't know if he produced. Not yet. Let's get rid of that guy. And let's, while we're waiting on him to produce, let's see what an iron chicken can make. Yeah, it looks like a ton of things. So iron and yellow makes gold. Aluminum conductive. Yeah. A ton of things. Quartz enriched iron would be pretty nice. A slag chicken, that's interesting. Dark steel, that would be nice. Iron and void crystal. Okay, mana steel, pig iron, pulsating iron, that would also be nice. So yeah, this iron chicken is going to be doing a lot of breeding. I think the one we want to get started with first is the gold chicken. So let's plug him in there and grab us a yellow chicken right here. Was it this one? Yeah. And now, fingers crossed, we get a gold chicken. And that's actually, even though they're opposite types, it's still progressing pretty quickly because they're both pretty high level. And it looks like that guy produced and we got 6. So yeah, having 2 chickens in one roost doesn't seem to give you any increase in drops. So this is what I'm going to be spending my next few hours doing, is breeding all these chickens together. Well, we made a little bit more progress. Let's take a look and see where we are. So I'm still trying to get another glowstone chicken so I can get this guy buffed up to 10-10-10. I've gotten several breeds out of him and still nothing. I've gotten probably 5 bone white chickens out of him. We did wind up getting our redstone chicken from the red in the sand, and now I've got him breeding up with this nether quartz chicken to get a glass chicken. Because with a glass chicken, not only do we get glass, but we also need him to breed to get diamond chicken eventually. Let's see. The coal and the ink black chicken breeding together will give us a graphite chicken, which will be handy. Haha, there's another redstone chicken. There we go. Let's just let those guys breed up for a while. And I did find out that I was mistaken. So if you look at that progress bar, so we are only getting the same amount of drops each time it drops, but the more chickens you put in here, the faster it goes. So far, yeah, look how fast that sucker's going. Yeah. So I've got 11 10-10-10 iron chickens, and it's pretty cool. You can just keep cramming them all. They stack, so you can keep cramming them all in there. Breeding up these coal chickens. Let me grab you some more seeds. There we go. Breeding up these coal chickens, and yeah, so I've gotten 10-10-10 quartz chickens, so I've got those in here somewhere too. Let's see how many of those there are. Yeah, that's our second one up there, and then we've still got a couple more that we're breeding with. But unfortunately, we're getting low on time, so before we call it a day, I want to get some more progress done on our village up here. We've got these 2 areas back here ready to go. We just need to get furniture and doors for them. So I'm gonna get some beds together real fast and get those set up, and we can make some baby villagers. So I got these supplies together, and let's make these happen. You know what else is cool about modded Minecraft? Check that out. That's right, bed stack. That's, like, I know it's not practical, and I understand why vanilla Minecraft doesn't do it, but you gotta admit, it is pretty handy. Let's plunk these up there, one of those and one of those. And now let's put these beds down. Let's just go there and there and there and there. Come over here, do the same thing here, and we'll get better furniture here before too long, eventually, one of these days. Now let's see if those have registered yet. And they have. So it just so happens that we've got 8 hearts and 8 beds. So let's crank out the villagers. That didn't work. Ah, there we go. Sadie Lynchfield. Megan Shanks. Sachil Merrill. Zandrilla Vandevries. Grace Dojang. Brianna Morning. Good morning, Brianna. Turareyu. The kid's running all over the place. Makani Lynchfield, and that was it. And did we just get all girls? What are the odds of that? Somebody do the math on that and tell me what the odds of getting 8 female children out of those hearts is in one go. Like, look at that. Oh, what are you sad about, dude? Yep, he's just miserable. We need to get some more food options. So I don't want to get this village too big, but I definitely want to get enough to keep everybody happy. And if we take a look up here, I think, yeah, we are out of hearts. So we'll definitely be getting them a tavern sometime in the next few episodes. One of these girls can be our bard. But like I said, unfortunately, that's all the time we're going to have for today. If you like this episode, please click the like button. Consider subscribing, share this video with your friends, and we will see you in the next episode. Have a great night.